Well, my name is Joseph Aragon. I'm a criminal defense attorney here in Austin, Texas, and I've been practicing criminal defense for my entire career. The easiest way to explain, the things that you should be doing whenever you're arrested is to imagine a scenario where you were there. And so, let's begin with a scenario. Let's say you're out here in Austin at the Austin 360 bridge, and you're with family or friends, and you get arrested. Now, if that's kind of hard to imagine, I can assure you that not everyone who's arrested is guilty, and unfortunately people who are 100% innocent they do get arrested. And so, if that's a little bit too difficult for you to imagine, just suspend your disbelief for a little bit and pretend you've been arrested. And so, if you put yourself there, I want you to imagine that you have handcuffs digging into your wrists, and you're sitting on a hard plastic back seat of a cop car, and you're wondering what's going to happen next, right? You're not sure if you're going to make it to work on the next work day. You're not sure how long you're going to be in custody. You're not sure how you're going to contact friends or family or someone to get you out of jail. You might not know where your vehicle is going to be going, and you might not know exactly where you're going and what's going to happen to you once you get there. And so there's some general rules you can go by that will help you through this situation. The first rule is to not talk. Right? You have a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. You have the right to remain silent. So use that right. Some people unfortunately think this is the time to try and talk their way out of the back of the cop car, or to try and tell the officer, explain the reason, why they found themselves in this situation. This is not the time. I can promise you, once you have the handcuffs on and you're in the back of that cop car, it's extraordinarily unlikely that you're going to be talking your way out of that. The second rule to remember is that you're being recorded, both audio and video, either by a dash cam on the vehicle, or by a body cam, or by both. Everything that you've said, even from your very first words to the officer, all the way until you get to the jail, and even in the jail, may be recorded. Okay, and so if you were sitting in your car and you started rattling off something stupid to the officer whenever he came up, started talking to you, that's going to be recorded. If you said something to the officer while he was searching you and putting the handcuffs on you, that's going to be recorded. If you did anything in the back of that cop car, whether you had an accident on yourself, whether you fell asleep, whether you were very, very chatty, all those things are going to be recorded in the back of that cop car. So keep that in mind. The third rule is that you want to talk to an attorney as fast as you can. Many people's gut instinct is to talk to family or friends and try and get them to help them out, and that's okay. But it's important to remember this is not the time to try and explain the situation or explain the scenario in which you were arrested to that family or friend, because that phone call is being recorded. And so you want to talk to an attorney. The attorney may have a way to get you out of jail that doesn't involve spending money on a bail bondsman. That attorney may have some good solutions to the problems that you're facing at that moment. And so speak to an attorney as fast as you can. Now that opportunity may not come as fast as you think it will, because you will likely have to go to jail, likely have to get booked in, change clothes, and maybe be in a jail cell for a little bit until you have access to a telephone. And so as soon as you can, speak to an attorney, and that's the only person you should be explaining the scenario to. Unfortunately, every criminal defense attorney has stories of a client who did something in the back of the cop car, or did something as they were being arrested, or the worst is whenever they say something really, really bad on a jail call, and then it comes back up later to bite that attorney and make their job more difficult. The important thing here is to give yourself the best chance to fight your case, to get the best possible outcome. And so one way you can do that is to not make your your case any worse than it already is. And so again, stay silent, remember you're being recorded, and speak to an attorney as fast as you can. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe below. In future vlogs, we'll be discussing what to do if you find out you have a warrant for your arrest in Travis County, what to do if you've been arrested for a DWI and where your vehicle is, and also what an ALR hearing is and the importance of that hearing.